spoil anything. Don't spoil anything. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Gently, 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 gently. Please, please. Let there be peace. Don't attack anybody. Just go and come out. Please. Don't destroy anything. Just go in and come out peacefully. Please. Please. We are begging, no. We are begging, no. Please. Don't attack anybody.
As far as food is concerned, food. Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for coming back. How you all doing? As for me, I'm fine. If you're coming back for the first time, you're welcome as well. This is Virtue Grace. Have you subscribed? I guess the answer is no. So go on, click on the subscribe button, and when you do, tap on the bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload new videos or do a live stream. So go on and subscribe. Today I'm a little bit more happy and gradually coming to terms with the reality in Nigeria, and generally there's more peace across the country compared to a few days back when the tragic incidents happened at Lekki toll gate, and the consequent violence that broke across the country. So I've been bringing you the the stories with regards to the events in the country. Recently I brought you a video on the palliatives that were busted, the warehouses where palliatives meant for COVID relief was busted in Lagos State specifically. And I told you how residents broke into the warehouse and were just cutting away food items and all. So after that video, more palliatives warehouses were busted across the country. More food, more discoveries across the country. About eight states. Specifically, we had palliative warehouses discovered in Edo State, in Ekiti State, in Plateau State, in Cross River State, Adamawa State, Imo State, Kwara State, Osun State, and the list goes on. As I speak with you now, more warehouses are probably being discovered by Nigerians. It has become like an ultimate search for warehouses. Everybody is asking, so where is our own warehouse in our own state? How can we discover it? We need to move. Memes are flying all over, how to discover more COVID-19 palliative warehouses. So that's what has been going on in the country. But basically why I'm making this video is just to share with you, the reactions from the state governments. I knew the moment the warehouse was discovered in Lagos and more were discovered across more states in the country, I knew for sure that the state governments were going to defend their actions, and I was just waiting for it. So first of all, from Cross River State, the state governor made a video defending the state's action with regards to the COVID-19 palliatives that were hoarded in the warehouse. He said the palliatives were distributed. And I remember during the lockdown, I brought you a video in which I talked about and showed you how the state government was distributing palliatives to traditional and religious leaders from across the different senatorial districts in Cross River State. So when this palliative warehouse was busted in the state, the governor made reference to this particular video and said those palliatives were actually distributed, but this batch that was busted in the warehouse, the state government just took delivery of the food items a few days back. Take a listen.
Today, the chairman of Traditional Rulers Council, they go receive the food where they go give to all the traditional rulers across the 18 local governments, distributing to the senatorial district.
On the issue of palliatives and being available in a warehouse, every state will have palliatives in the warehouse. Let me thank and acknowledge COVID for the massive supply of all these palliatives. Note that as you empty your stock, they restock. This keeps coming. For Cross River State, our last receipt was on the 12th, just last week. The way bill It's available, and we've shared the way bill on the internet to show that that stock arrived on the 12th. By 12th already, this tension had started building, and we were already waiting on them. I also want to recall that we do the distribution in Cross River State in a sequence. We started with traditional rulers and churches. When we were done with the distribution amongst traditional rulers and churches, we moved to local government by local government via senatorial districts. We had done distribution in the Northern Senatorial District and in the Central Senatorial District. The next batch of distribution will be the Southern Senatorial District, because it's here at the capital and it has 7 local government areas. And so the stock you have is for that distribution. We target widows, we target the aged, we target people who don't have money, who cannot survive, who cannot work. We target those who fish no more, who can no longer fish, because they are aged, they don't have loved ones. If you watch the videos of our distribution, it's systematic. It's through churches, and churches target all the vulnerables. And so, as a young man who is 18, 20, 25, as you pick the food that an aged parent, a widow somewhere would have taken, just see it from your conscience.
The residents of Calabar in Cross River State, after cutting away the food items from the warehouse, they gathered in front of the military and began singing national anthems. So I honestly don't know what to make of this action, whether this is a show of patriotism or a sort of, well, we've moved the food, so what can you do? I really don't know what to make of that action. What do you think? Drop a comment. But you see, Cross River State government was not the only government that reacted to this development. Kwara State, for instance, also said, the food was meant for special vulnerable people in the state, and, they had distributed the food items to all the all 15 local governments out of 16 local governments, and the food that was left in the warehouse was meant for one local government. There's always a defense, that for Ekiti state government. This one was really funny. Okay, so Ekiti state government released a statement saying, the food materials that were carted away when the residents invaded the warehouse. The government cautioned that some of the food items they took were poisonous, so they should know that eating that food is, eating poison, so they should be careful. Osun is also one of the states that the residents busted the warehouse in. The state government said, the civil society action against COVID-19 owns the food that was put in the warehouse, and the food has no bearing with the state government. And in another word, they said the food was meant to be distributed to people of Osun State after an official flag off by the civil society action against COVID-19 in Abuja. So that leaves us with a question. If Osun State is claiming that they are waiting for an official flag off from Abuja, other state governments are claiming that they've already distributed the food items to some indigents of their state, and they were just taking delivery of more batches. And also, who do we actually believe? Does it mean that the other states were not supposed to wait for the formal flag off from Abuja before they would distribute the food items, or what? So you see, conflicting statements and reports from these state governments just leave citizens with no action other than what they are doing already, because that's the deficit of trust that our government has pushed us to distrust them. But you see, the actions of Nigerians across these different states in which these palliatives have been busted only go a long way to show how much there's hunger in the land, especially during the COVID-19 lockdown. A lot of people, like I told you in the previous video, had to stay at home, and their source of income was cut off, because some people are daily wage earners. So staying at home meant that they were not earning anymore, and they couldn't provide for themselves those basic needs such as food. So when these warehouses were busted, it became such a big deal. You know, some people were saying, well, we are taking it because it belongs to us. Our government did not give us, so now we found it. We are going to take it and all. And would you blame anybody, really? Would you? Because even in some of these states that the state governments are claiming that they've distributed these palliatives, and indigents of those states are saying they did not see anything. So who were these palliatives distributed to, really? Who? You know, I saw the video from Plateau State, for instance, and my heart was broken to pieces. I mean, people, it became so. Take a look at the video. People had to climb on top of the roof just to get food. Like, these are basic things that people should have access to. If the economy was working fine, people wouldn't have to scamper over each other and risk being stampeded in order to get food to eat. Things have gone wrong, oh. Things have gone wrong, my people. But this awakening now is just timely, and it behoves on all of us to take action, to join in this awakening, to rebuild our country, because this is the only time we have. Let's all put our hands on deck. Take action. Don't join the bandwagon of mischief makers who are trying to, discredit the current efforts to rebuild the country, who are trying to cause destruction and all. No, let's constructively engage so that we can start putting strategies and structures in place as we go on this new journey. Please, let's not allow anarchy and chaos to descend on us as a people. And it's important for us to start holding our governments accountable, because honestly, what I can make of these recent developments and the responses from the government is that if we demand accountability from them, they are going to be on their toes. The truth is, we've allowed impunity to go on for this long because we've remained quiet. So now that we've risen and started talking, let's not stop talking. Let's continue to Sorosoke. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think about this story? Drop your comments in the comment section. Let's interact as usual. And please share this video. Let the world see what Nigerian politicians have turned Nigerians into as far as food is concerned. Food! Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.